Good morning, everyone, and welcome to your Tuesday assembly with me, Mr. Beaumont. I hope you're all well and have had a lovely weekend. And I'd like to share a very interesting assembly today because this week it's Children's Mental Health Week. And the theme for this year is Express Yourself, which I think is a brilliant, brilliant idea for this year. So obviously we've been going through some tough times in during our lockdown, and our mental health is very important. We don't only just have to look after our physical health, we also have to look after our mental health. So I'd like to share a few ideas and stories with you regarding Children's Mental Health Week, thanks to the company Place to Be, and the theme all about expressing ourselves. So when we think about expressing ourselves, what do you think that means? Well, for some of us, it might be art, might be playing a musical instrument, taking photos, dancing, arts and crafts, coloring in, playing with our loved ones, cuddling up with our pets. And those are all very unique ways that we get to show who we are. Now, you don't have to be the best at anything and everything. It's what makes you happy is what counts. I'd like to show you a quick video about other people expressing themselves. I hope you enjoy it. So those are just a few examples, boys and girls, of how different people like to express themselves. We had dancers, we had writers, we had artists, we had musicians, we had people that were designing things and people sewing things. And those were really interesting ways showing how different people like to express themselves. And the big thing I want to know is, how do you like to express yourself? The big question that a lot of us sometimes don't realize is why? Why is it important to express yourself? Why does that matter? That all boils down to something called self-expression. Now, self-expression is showing who you are as an individual. This can be done through words, clothing and hairstyles, or different forms of arts like writing, drawing, music, and dance. This kind of self-expression can help you to show your true self, your story, your thoughts, your feelings and emotions. But this can also sometimes make us feel vulnerable. So you might want to take things one step at a time. We often get told by our families and our friends and our schools and communities and through social media how we should look, how we should think, how we should speak, how we should act. Now, these constant messages about what we ought to do and who we ought to be can sometimes make it a little bit difficult to let go of all these massive expectations and express our true selves. And this is a very important thing, boys and girls, expressing your true self. All right, it's a great way to relieve your stress and to free your mind. I like to sit down at the piano if I'm feeling stressed, and I can sit there for hours and I really feel calm afterwards. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but I love baking and coloring in. That really calms me down a lot. And that's my self-expression. And this can help you reflect on your life, your actions, your decisions, your beliefs and thoughts, relationships in your life. And it's much better to do that, to show your self-expression, than to keep things very deep down. And this can in turn help us communicate better, helps us build a stronger community with others. And the best thing is, at times of crisis, when things are down, many people come together to express themselves individually and as a group. And often this is through the arts. I think that's a very important message we should all think about during this tough time. So think about how being creative and expressing yourself makes you feel. Do you like to sit calmly and draw and color in? Do you like to get all messy and paint? Do you like to belt it out and sing your favorite song no matter who's watching? Do you like to dance? Do you like to write? But the big thing is, how do you feel when you do those things that you love so much? For me personally, I get very relaxed and I feel a lot of joy when I'm doing something I love doing. I'm going to show you a video of this beautiful story called Beautiful Oops. Now, it's a little bit of a picture book, but it's got such a beautiful message about how you can turn the smallest problem into a solution. And there's a message there, and it's up on your screen now. It says there, remember, when we express ourselves, we don't have to be the greatest artist or a wonderful dancer or the best at playing an instrument or a perfect writer. It's not about being the best. It's more about putting on the performance. And the big message is to let's encourage each other to find lots of different ways that we can get creative and express ourselves. I hope you enjoy it.
Beautiful Oops by Barney Salzberg, read by Mrs. Conlon. Oops, a torn piece of paper. Rip! Is just the beginning. Every spill has lots and lots of possibilities. Bent paper is something to celebrate. A little drip of paint, drip, lets your imagination run wild. A scrap of paper, drip, can be fun to play with. A smudge and a smear can make magic appear. A stain has potential if you play with its shape. Holes in your paper are worth exploring. See? So, when you think you have made a mistake, oops, think of it as an opportunity to make something beautiful.
So there we go, boys and girls. Just a great example of how you can turn the smallest little mistakes and slip-ups into something creative, something different, something unique that only you could see and only you could create. So just before we finish, I want you to think of how could we help support each other and get creative and express ourselves this Children's Mental Health Week. I'd like you to share with us, when this video goes up on our Facebook page, share a comment, share a photo, send a picture in of something you've drawn, and show us and encourage each other. How could we express ourselves? How could we encourage our friends to express themselves during Children's Mental Health Week? I really hope you enjoyed that, boys and girls, because it was really nice for me to present something like that. A big thank you to Place to Be for the wonderful resources. That's it for today, everyone. I hope you're staying safe and well. Look after yourselves, be good, do your homework, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.